So I'll just give an example, like I'm into business development. So whenever we go for a business pitching, so we have a 2 or 3 teammates. So everyone's pitch is different, though we have a common criteria for presenting the same. So I was just requesting one of my colleague. So he was very senior. So I was requesting him, sir, chalo, mujhe leke chaliye, mujhe leke chaliye. Then when I went to him, then I came to know what is my mistake in that pitch. And only the thing, what I learned is only one thing I was missing it. So that was to pitch in the terms of numbers. Always you have to pitch in terms of numbers. So that I thought this is the valuable thing for me in entire life. So I would just request you to listen the whole session carefully. And though we are the alumni, I hope our experience will be very good for you guys. And the main thing is like, though you have teachers all over around you. So main thing is like being a student, we never listen to teacher, though their lectures, though their experience, but we have hardly an experience of 2 to 3 years, and you are ready to listen us. But the teachers have more than 17 to 20 years of experience. Always I would say, rather than connecting, alumni is a second option, but teachers are the best option. So I would just say that whenever students are ready, teachers shall always appear. So I'm along with the Vatsala. She is my team member, and we are studying in the same section. And this is the best example I can tell you, that we have a good relationship till now in the terms of professional relationship and friendship. So it's been more than 2.3 years, though we are not connected. I mean, you can say that we are not in the company and we are not in the same geographical location, but still we have a good relationship. So I would also request that yes, everyone should follow this relationship, no matter where are you.
It's more about team bonding. It's more about how we connect and how we, gain from other people. It's always important to learn from our surroundings, from our colleagues, from our...
My voice is not clear.
Yeah, can you hear now?
Is it audible now?
Yeah, it's audible, but it's not clear.
Sir, it is audible from my side.
Okay.
So probably it's a network issue for the one who is not able to hear, because it's also clear at my end.
Okay. So guys, please check your internet connectivity.
Yeah, so I was saying that it's always good to learn from people who are around, from our mentors, from our teachers, from our colleagues, from our parents, from our teachers, everyone around us. They contribute in what we are today. And we should keep on learning, we keep on enhancing our skills, and development is important. And yes, we can build up this community, because we are so less in number. The real estate industry in India is very small as compared to the IT industry, so we can always connect with each other anytime, and we can give references as when and required. And being connected with RICS has always been a good platform, and you will know the journey soon. Like as we move forward with the presentation, you will know our journey, how RICS has helped.
So let's start the session with a beautiful quote that states that the future depends on what you do today. So this is basically like being a student, we are not so serious. So it's time to realize and analyze yourself, that how can you modify yourself to be an successful person. So focus on few things what you can do best, and that will lead to an exemplary life of yours. So I would just suggest, like I guess everyone would be liking pizza. So I can take pizza as in my role model, because like pizza will be having like almost 5 to 6 slices. So everyone's life should be divided into 6. So that one pizza slice can consist studies, second can consist extracurricular activities, third can consider family, fourth can consider friends, fifth can consider parties and social service. I'm not saying that you should be only studious. So everything you should balance, then only you can have a successful career forward.
Shekhar, I have a small request. Can you turn on your video?
Yeah, sure. Yeah. Vatsala, can we move forward?
So moving forward with all the contents, like today's session will be all about our journey, our challenges that we faced, me and Shekhar. the current scenario of COVID-19, how it will affect and how is it affecting right now, and about the job opportunities. Further moving forward, we'll have a session on how, like we have you know got so many responses and so many questions related to the skill development, the career opportunities, certifications, and networking. So we'll be suggesting some of the on these things. Moving forward with the know your speakers, let's start with Shekhar. Can Shekhar please present your story to the students?
Yeah. Uh, Basically, this is my intro. I'm a civil engineer and now currently a business development manager. Vatsala, can you just move a slide ahead? So yes, guys. So this is my journey and challenges. So you can learn a good experience from me because I'm a civil engineer and now I'm totally off technical and now I'm into business development. So you can see how my journey has evaluated into it. So basically 2011, I started BTech Civil Engineering, that too from LPU, Lovely Profession University. So again, civil engineers there, I didn't get job. So at the end of the semester, I got an opportunity to work with L&T as an intern. There 6 months, I did a hard work. And then from there, one of my boss, who was not exactly boss, he was a dotted boss. So he was an MD of another firm. So from there, he gave me an opportunity to work for Delhi Metro. So meanwhile, what I focus is like from BTech only, I focused on knowledge rather than salaries and all. So in 2011 to 2015, I have done around like 4 internships. So that was my interest rather than a college's interest. From college side, I have done internship in metros. So in the 4 years, I have 4 internships. First year, I went to dams. Second, I went to powerhouses. Third, I went to roads. And then I went to metros. So when my internship was completed in 2015, so I got an opportunity based on my hard work. 6 months is enough to define your skill set and how you can work on the site. So everyone will be wanting you, okay, I can take this guy, he will be working hard for me. So from there, I earned my own opportunity. Then I was working for a firm called ERA into Delhi Metro. So being a graduate, that you will be only having options, I'll go into site execution. So that was only the opportunity what we come into that. So I took an opportunity. I started working into underground metros. So that was a good experience for me on the basis of, you can say, learning. So I was working there for almost 1 hour, then 1 year. And meanwhile, I came to know that the challenges in the site. So you have to almost spend 12 hours a day. You won't be having friends time. You won't be having family time. The ground conditions in the underground metro are very tough. You have to have like full of slash will be there. Total of mud will be there. You have to wear gum boots. You have to take care of everything. And it's a life risk. So meanwhile, there I came to know that site execution is not my cup of tea. So then I evaluated myself. Then I made a roadmap that how do I want to be a successful without being at site. So because I know that I cannot do this side job, so I took another route. Then I started applying for MBA. Then RICS. Anyhow, my dad is also into construction, so my major role was to be into construction only. So I took a program with construction project management. So 2 years, it was a lovely journey with RICS. They have taught me a lot. So what I would request is like many of them students will be thinking,
I guess we lost your voice.
Sir, is it now? Hello?
Yes. So maybe if you can turn off your video and speak, maybe that would help the bandwidth to allow the voice to transfer.
Okay. So is it okay now?
Yes.
Hello? Sir, voice is audible?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are audible.
Yeah. So 2016-18 was a marvelous journey for me because being into site execution and then coming into this management course was totally different for me. So though I was into rural areas, so I had a lack of communication skills, presentation skills. So I was aware that what I have to do. So from starting only, I have took a major responsibilities. I was not into studies because I know that studies will not only help me, but yes, it will also help. So I like, as I told, that I am a fan of pizza. So I have divided my slices into that. So I took another responsibilities also. I came to know that yes, communication would be an definitely an important skill for me. So being into that, I was a class representative also. So I was heading the marketing of IGBC student chapter. I was a vice president for social service group, and at the end I was the placement coordinator also. So these all things, these all responsibilities has definitely helped me to grab all my presentation skills, putting away my nervousness, gaining my communication, and obviously people management skills. So in MBA, after 1 year, then we got an opportunity to work for. So as I told, that it's always a better thing to draw a roadmap that where your car should go. Until unless you don't have a clear roadmap in your life, you cannot go, because you're not a water that you can flow anywhere. So it's important to have a roadmap. So being done internship in all these 4 sectors, now my major priority was to do into real estate, because I was lacking an experience in buildings. So I didn't focus in any other things where I was getting opportunity also. So I tried for Shapurji, and I got an opportunity with that. So coming forward to that, placements. So there were a lot of firms came into our RICS, like Leighton came, L&T came, Shapurji came. But I've not applied to this, because I know that site execution and technical is not my cup of tea. So I've avoided SPCL, because if I wanted to get into SPCL, that was very easy task, because I've done internship and I have a lot of connections, and internship was very good and appreciated by the project manager also. So coming to the placements, so what I would suggest is, like, everyone should go through all the placement processes. What you have to see into that. Like to give you an example, there are like almost 5 sessions which are majorly covered into placements, which is aptitude, technical, GD, presentation, and PI. For aptitudes, you can easily prepare by having some quantitative and aptitude books by R.S. Agarwal. You can watch some YouTube videos from Fresher Worlds. There are a few websites called India Bakes, Career Ride, Interview Mania, and there is an app called Doubtnet. So from that app, what is the beauty of that app is you can scan the problems what you're not able to solve, and that app will give the answer for that. And coming to technical is not all, but yes, few companies where you have to go, from our experience, what do we feel is, like, Indian companies who are into more technical, like L&T, Shapurji, Leighton, they are all mostly looking into technical. So how can you grasp a technical knowledge? So there are few books also what we preferred. First thing is, like, Nihar sir has given us a Excel sheet based on all the interview questions what our alumni has faced. So if you prepare that sheet very well, you can share with your friends. You can ask your friends to do for 10 to 20 questions. You can do 10 to 20 questions. You can collate and you can study well. Second thing is, there are few books called S. Chand. S. Chand is also a very beautiful book. For example, if I tell you there is a topic called CPM, so hardly there would be 10 to 20 pages. You have to read and you have to solve Q&A questions there. Second book is CPM, Construction Project Management, which is by Kumar Neeraj Jaha. So that is also a very helpful thing. And the third part, you can say, is a GD. So in GD, there are also many things you can do it. There is a person called Mudit Tyagi. He gives an online courses. And nowadays, I'll just give you our example. See, rather than being dependent on RICS professors and their team, you should be proactive. Like me, Vatsala, still remember that when our session was going on and our placements time was almost like around 1 to 2 months, we initiated our own. So I, being a CR, I have nominated 10 to 15 guys who were interested, and we used to sit in the whatever vacant rooms are there. Then we have to give some topics, and then we have to do our own GD. So that helped us a lot. At least we have done 20 to 30 sessions on our own. Now you guys are at home, so internet is the best thing. Now we are communicating onto the video sessions, so you can do the same. See, until and unless you work hard, you cannot get a placements. So there is another also website called iQuanta. So you can pay there, you can get tips from GD and all. And fourth round is presentation. Few more companies which are more oriented into management, they ask your presentation skills. Like if I remember, one company came TCE and one company came Mace. They take your presentation skills. And fourth is like last round, personal interview. So first thing I would recommend in the personal interview is make a script. Make a script of what? Tell me about yourself. This is the best thing whatever you can do. For an example, if a director goes to a hero and he will tell, will you act in my film? He will definitely say no. Until unless he will listen the script, he will not say yes. So I would suggest make a 2 pages script, which will state from your name, your current role, what are your skill set, how are you going to develop, and what are the things you have done apart from your studies. So once you make this script, so basically what is the idea behind making this script positively is, the next questions what the interview will be asking will be from this. So if you have put all the positive sides and hiding your negative sides in this, so the interview will be asking from this only. So suppose in this tell me about yourself, you have told that I'm good at BIM softwares. So rather than asking some irrelevant subjects, he will be focusing, Acha, you tell me what you do, what do you know about BIM, what softwares do you use for BIM, what projects you have done. So that would be very easy to crack interview. And trust me, no one has that much time. Hardly the interview will go from 10 to 30 minutes. So that would be a best point to prepare for. And second best important thing is resume. So as our teachers would be also suggesting, the resume should not cross more than 2 pages. And yes, the resume should be very simple. And nowadays, if you're applying outside, so there is a tracking system called ATS, application tracking system. So wherein you have to read something if I tell you a brief, like white text is directly nullified. They don't track that. So your application is totally waste. So you should have this knowledge about how to prepare your resume. So my suggestion is, being a student, you should have at least 1 page. 1 page is recommendable, and you can go up to 2 also. So this is the thing. And the third most thing is, like in PI, rather than asking a technical thing, most of the people will be asking you HR part of the thing. So search Google and have 30 top HR question asked, and you prepare your own script. So if someone will ask, where do you see downself in your 5 years? So you should have the answer rather than having a cooked answer. So you should be by hearting that. And when you are presenting, it should not be that you have by hearted. It should be scripted, and it should be flawless. And these are all the top 5 things I have covered. And if you have any doubts, then you can definitely come into that. Now, covering this up, I'll just give a brief that how I cracked my placement. So I'll just tell you the backstory that I was a placement coordinator for my section. And you know that being a placement coordinator, it's a very tough job. And if you're not getting placement, and then so you know that it's very embarrassed moment for you. So first company, I remember that it was late in India. So we sat for that and we have cleared that behavioral test. Second was not technical, but it was GD. So GD, it was like very difficult task. Still we tried, but that didn't go well. The second company was OYO. So though I was prepared very well for OYO, but I don't know, I was having fumbleness, nervousness. So I didn't know that how to do that, because I was prepared for every answer, but the interviewer asked me the question, but I was not able to answer. I know the answer, but I was answering something else. That time I realized that this is my loophole. I'm fumbling a lot, and I have a nervousness a lot. So the moment you realize that this is a loophole in you, and if you're not working on that, then it's a loss. So you can never be able to sit in another interviews also. And third company was CQRA. So CQRA is basically for Construction Quality Rating Agency. And the point is, like they came with a GD of marketing. So the JD was stating that you will be doing market research, submitting reports, doing the presentations. And I was like, okay, this is not a technical, and I can do it easily. So it was scheduled after 2 weeks. So I thought now I will not be applying anywhere. So I took a separate room. I locked it for 2 weeks. I bought a mirror, a big long mirror. I start to talk with myself only. Morning I used to talk for 1 hour. Evening I used to talk for 1 hour. So talking to myself, I got a little bit confidence and nervousness, and my fluency got improved over that. And now coming to the main session where how I cracked my placement. So being a placement coordinator, 30% of my work was done, to be frank. That time when I was a placement coordinator, there was a rule that a placement coordinator should go to the main gate and he should accompany the whoever is the coming. So I went to the gate. And I took the gate pass, and the CEO of the company came, and he opened the door, and I was like, "Sir, hi, this is Chandrasekhar this side, placement coordinator from RICS." The moment I told my name, he was also laughing. He told, "Yes, my name is also Chandrasekhar. You can sit." So I sat with him. So I was having a formal interaction till the moment we reach our block. So 5 minutes we exchanged our pleasantry, and he was very happy from that. The moment I sat in the car, he was asking the first question, "Chandrasekhar, where are you from?" I said, "Sir, I basically belong from Hyderabad, but now we are settled in Uttarakhand." So he told, "Oh, that's nice. I'm also from Pune." So meanwhile, we went there. He was very comfortable with me. He was talking about all the experience, what he has faced till now. We went in there. And then that time we have almost like 17 students who were shortlisted for that. And I didn't know that the applications are based on the CGPA wise. The topper will go first, and then the next people will go around. So first student went, and then I didn't know. I was busy with escorting him. So the second name was mine only. So second name, I went in. So as soon as he saw me, he smiled. He said, "Chandrasekhar, you are also there for?" "Yes, sir, I am also there for." So he was like, I didn't feel that he is an interviewer and I'm interviewee. So that pleasantry experience was very good for me. So rather than asking many questions, my interview hardly lasted for 5 minutes. 5 minutes, and he was just basically, as I told, that resume is what the most of the people are concerned about. He asked me the same question, "Tell me about yourself." So as I was prepared, I had beautifully written my script. So he was totally impressed from that. And then he asked me the questions basically from resume, because everyone will ask me same thing. If you are having experience, I was having experience in Delhi Metro. So they were also doing some consultancy for infrastructure projects. So he was asking, what do you have done? Basically, if you have done a job, then it will be very easy to explain your job responsibilities. So that was done. And third most thing, there was a difficult question when I was sitting for business development. He asked me, what is the most challenging thing to sell? It is a product or it is a service? So that time I was totally blank. I don't know. So then because I have done a good thing is I have researched everything about CQRA. Then it struck me that, okay, this is a service based company. So he would be thinking, acha, service is the typical part. So I answered, "Sir, service is difficult thing." So then he told me why. Then I just gave a example. I don't know whether what example I should give, but I gave an example between product and service. Like product, I told that product is very easy to sell because initially we have to build a brand, and then service is not everyone is aware. We have to make ourselves prove. So he was quite impressed with that. And then later on he was talking generally, and he was like, even I'm a multilingual. I can speak Hindi, English, Telugu, Marathi. I can even manage Punjabi and Gadwali also. So then later on, next 5 minutes, he was casually asking me in Marathi, "Tu kai karto, vagera, vagera, vagera," and all. So that was my interview thing.
Okay,
So
thank
then
you. So
after that, I got placed, and then I got into CQRA. And let me tell you this thing, why I would suggest students is like everyone should go through that JD first, because this is my experience when we had got our JD that was stating marketing. And the first day when we were into Pune office, I still remember that day. It was the first day we went and the manager draw a sales cycle. He told कि आपको बेचना है. And all 4 students who were with me got embarrassed and they don't know what to do. They said, "यार marketing करना था, reports बनाना था, अब बेचना है." Everyone were like tensed, and the 2 days we started to call our uncles, dad, mujhe job chahiye, uncle, mujhe job chahiye, and we were like, no, how can we sell? So the point is, then we started, okay, chalo, we'll give a try. So 1 month, 2 months, we did a lot of hard work. The skills we don't have, we tried to inculcate it. So then we basically moved on with that job. Now I feel that I'm a totally a business development guy. So working for 1.3 years, and considering that I do not go for salary, rather than I would prefer to go for knowledge. So though I was placed with a low package, I put on all my hard work working for CQRA, and down the line in 1.3 years, I have done exceptionally well while crossing my targets over 130%. So there I got a hike of 40% hike, wherein I don't think so usual people will get. So this is a clear example. If you show your interest, if you put a hard work, no matter your salaries, company will definitely look into that. And then after CQRA, I felt now I am not getting enough exposure. Then I got a sudden call from OYO. Then OYO people were hiring for Kolkata region for business development. So I was okay for that. I thought, okay, it's a new company. I was getting from executive to direct managerial position. I said, okay, I'll give an interview. So there was also 3 rounds, one virtual, one telephonic, and one with HR. So after the rounds with a city head, so then finally he has recommended that, Shekhar, you have a very good knowledge in business development. So he has only suggested me. He told me, why do you want to go for Kolkata and want to work for domestic? Why don't you take an opportunity for Japan? The city head only insisted me. So then he told, okay, sir, I'm open for an international position also, and that is fine for me. So though they were not having a vacancy in their Kolkata hub, so he personally recommended me to the Lucknow hub, and I got selected as an international business development manager. And my targets were, I was asked to spend 3 months in Lucknow for my targets and trainings. So post 3 months, this was about in February, I was supposed to go in Japan, but due to this COVID situation, it didn't happen. So this was overall my journey. Now Vatsala will explain hers.
For such a nice experience. So I'm an architect, project manager, Vastu consultant, IGPCAP, I have also Lean Six Sigma, published a research paper with the help of Mr. Paul. So talking about my journey, I started my journey in 2009, where
Chandrasekhar, I will be
I think someone is on unmute.
Guys, can we please on mute? Carry on, Vatsala.
Yeah. So thank you, sir. So carrying on, moving on forward, I started my journey in 2009, where I opted for the BR course because I was more into creative side, and there I got bronze medalist. After my I was in Space Combine as an assistant architect, and you can see my journey. It is like from an architect to a manager level, how my growth was. So when I joined Visionary Architects in 2015, I was only restricted to the architectural projects, and there were many challenges that I was facing as how to manage all the work on site or in office, and what all things can be done. As it was just a startup company, the resources were really less. So that point of time, I thought of doing course in MBA, Construction Project Management. And why I chose RICS was because it offered a degree and not a diploma course, wherein majorly we think, why not NICMAR and why RICS? So this was my criteria of choosing RICS over NICMAR. And during this course, I was explored to, multiple of sessions, one-on-one interaction with the alumni, other people, industry specialists, and which gave me an insight of the industry. Okay, this is the thing that I want to do, probably a coordination kind of a role, or majorly for working as a manager level, which was really great because it helped me to grow my graph on a personal scale. during this course, I also got to work on site. So I opted during the internship, I opted for site internship, because being an architect, I always, I was like in the office and drafting any other plan, or residential project drafting, just like that. So I was like, let's try and work out things at site, how things are going to be at site, and what are the challenges that I will be facing. So 2 months of exposure at site really helped me that, and gave me an insight that for working at site, it was really difficult for me to manage. And that's when I decided that I won't be going, that I won't be offering, that I won't be going for any jobs for which offered me a site role. That's where I made up my mind. In 2019, in 2018, after my graduation, I thought of opening up my own freelance firm. And simultaneously, I was visiting faculty in Amit University in design department, and I was teaching quite a number of students there. And simultaneously, I was doing research work, as I earlier told you, with Professor Paul Sir. And he really helped me in getting through the paper, the publishment of the paper. Then I did certification related to IGBC. It's always good to add values to your credentials, because it's never one degree that will give you value. It is always like multiple certifications or degrees that are going to help in the long run, because it shows your diversifications that, okay, you have knowledge of all these things also. After that, in 2019, I joined OYO last year in April. And that was the point where I thought, how will I crack the interview? Because there was a gap of almost a year that I haven't given an interview. And freelancing doesn't count as an experience as per the industry norms. So, but I was really confident that I have, shown my variety and diversifications in research, or as I have done IGBC AP, Lean Six Sigma also, because there was an area of interest for me as well. So there I joined for only 6 months, because I just wanted to enter into the industry. This was my tactic of entering the industry, because I had references, I had contacts, and I need more contacts to grow. That's where I joined OYO Rooms as audit manager, wherein I clearly said during the interview that I won't be going to the site at all. This was my priority, and it's better to have a good picture that what kind of role you want to get into, because working at site is a big commitment. There was like no working hours, as Shekhar also said that it was always like 24 hours 7 a job thing. So I made up my mind that this is not going to work for me. I need to have a work-life balance. I need to go to the office, wherein I will be facing number of challenges in another way, which will be manageable. But site is something that I cannot manage. That's wherein I accepted my shortcomings. So in 2019, I got a call from MR India saying that we have a vacancy, but totally in different perspective. That was related to licensing. It was not related to management at all, or construction project management to be specific at all. However, I managed to enter into the industry, into this role, just because it gave me a large view of entering into an MNC. They have a good projects, they have good variety, and licensing in something which is more related to coordination, which I can experience, and I can relate myself to, because I'm not that technical person or technically sound person wherein I say that technicality is my forte. No, more of it I like interacting with people and coordinating with other departments, knowing what is happening in the industry and in the office. So I joined this role as an assistant manager only for the Gurgaon region. But seeing my skills and participation in the office, they have offered me a role for RERA for Pan India. So I'll be handling RERA for Pan India now, which is like a big step, a big milestone that I have achieved. During this journey, I was more into. I have faced challenges and rejection, but I say it's never a rejection. It's always a learning thing and one step forward towards your success. So don't always feel that, I have been, rejected by this and so company, and this was my dream company. It's never too late. It's just the beginning. It's just a first step. You can always move forward, grow, and, learn from the experience. As our mentors and professors always say is just, one step forward. You put in one step and other steps will and other doors will open towards you. So this was my journey, and I'll ask Shekhar to move forward with the presentation. So currently we are in scenario of COVID, and we are asked to lockdown. We all are in quarantine. So Shekhar, would you like to add something to this scenario?
So everyone are aware, and I guess 50% of the students or 60%, whatever the numbers, who are placed are also now worried that yes, maybe our offer letters will be withdrawn or maybe postponed. So everything is like uncertain. We cannot comment on that. So until and unless the situation is under control, so what you can do is like hope for the best and try doing your own work. So there are a lot of what do you say, COVID impacts on real estate. So it ranges from short term, long term, mid term. So for short term, we can tell that it's very negative, as in construction market is totally dependent on the labors, and labors are not available. So yes, so and major retail companies are saying that yes, due to COVID, it has not impacted, but the timelines have. So meanwhile, you can focus on the PMCs, IPCs, so they can have a number of jobs open as soon as this COVID impact finishes. So you can see a few news articles also. We have tried to put it here, like COVID-19 construction disruption across in India Q4 may hurt companies. Other statement says that demand for housing likely to remain suppressed in FY21, says India Ratings. Another says reduce housing sales by 25 to 30%, office absorption to fall 13 to 30%. So there are a lot of consequences, and this is totally uncertain. So we cannot expect anything from it. But
yeah,
as
there
I
is
told,
a lot of negative impact on the industry, as we can all see from the news clippings. But let's not get disappointed or disheartened. There is always scope of learning. So let's move forward with the effect and answer your questions, wherein we have received multiple questions related to skill development, related to career opportunities in the recent times, what all certifications that you can do or to enhance your skills, and how to enhance your networking, which is like really important nowadays. So moving forward with skill development, we always categorize into communication skill, technical skills, resume writing, and interview. So communication skill is something that you can develop with this lockdown period, and you will get through your interviews. Technicals, as Shekhar already suggested, many of the books, name of some websites and YouTube videos that you will be going forward. Resume writing, obviously the RICS has specific format, and if you want to apply for off-campus placement, you can build up your own format, which is whichever way you like, but keep it crisp, short, and the skills that you are into. Interview is already discussed by Shekhar, that there are a couple of rounds that you would need to go through, and each round has one or the other importance, like group discussion, how you are managing your team or how you are moving forward, what is your viewpoint. Group discussion is really important. Personal interview to crack is more of not related to technical but more of communication skills. That's where in you get judged upon your communication and interactive session. That's how we say, like, first 30 seconds when you enter the room is the person made up your mind, or the interviewee made up his or her mind that okay, I want this person in my company. So it's more of personal interaction, it's more of one-on-one thing, not much related to technical. Anything, Shekhar, you would like to add for this skill development section?
no, that's all. And I could see some queries into this meeting chat, but I'm sorry, but we have a lot of to cover. But whatever queries are there, we'll definitely try to solve, whether it's a personal one-to-one session, post this session. So don't worry that we'll definitely solve this out. So our major criteria was to cater everyone, because everyone are not into totally civil engineering. Some have to go for entrepreneurship. Someone has to do some other skill sets. So our basic intention was to cover everything. But yes, those who have specific questions related to the pertaining area, so we'll definitely cater it after this session, or we'll try it if we get time after this our session. So in career opportunities, so basically I just wanted to focus on how do you work now. So basically there are two opportunities where you can grab. One is on campus and one is off campus. So I would just give you tips that how do you work on the opportunities which you get in on campus. So whenever you get a mail regarding a company, that our BD team will be sending you that this company is coming along with this many opportunities, salary package, JD. So always do research about a company on whether it's a Naukri.com, whether it's Indeed, whether it's a Glassdoor or few other websites. You see whether the company is going good, they're having good projects. Do you want to apply there? What is the work culture there? Because what happens is like people don't do research anymore. They see, "Arey, chalo, company acha, we'll go into that." Now, coming to that, I'll give you my experience. When I joined OYO, I have seen, okay, I have got this much hike of salary and I'm getting a good position, but I have never researched about career, work culture. And work culture over is very hectic. So people will be asking you to work 24/7. So you cannot expect that. So I would recommend that everyone should read this before you're applying any job. So see their credentials, whether they are a good company, whether they pay salary at time or not, or make a short note or 2-3 pages before you apply anything. Go through the job description provided by the company. And what you can do is like, what do you say? Random than applying any jobs. Why don't you apply the jobs wherein your area of interest is there? For an example, I'll tell you, if a student goes for shopping, Vatsala, I'll just take you into this.
Yeah.
If you go for a shopping and if you want to buy some dress, so would you consider only one brand?
No, definitely research work is important.
So how many brands would you like to go? Would you like to explore any new brands?
Probably like 5 to 10. Like it's a huge window for a dress or for anything.
Then why being we as a student only explore limited opportunities?
Because
Even
we don't put in a lot of effort. Like, okay, the placement cell is going to help in getting us the placement, or just saying to ourselves that there are not enough job in the industry doesn't solve the purpose. We need to be, head to toe in that thing, that we are going to crack some or the other opportunity, or we are going to get the right opportunity on time.
Yes, that's true. So I would request everyone to have an open minded towards the opportunities what you're getting. See, you cannot change the situation what you're getting. So whatever RICS is getting, I feel that they're trying their level best. Yes, there are few discrepancies. I also agree with you guys also. But see, at last, at the end of the day, if you're not going out with a job, then it's a very huge risk that you're taking, until unless you have other options available with you. So I would recommend, if you're getting some good opportunities, then you can try. So basically, being a CPM student or an RICS student, what our mentality is there, okay, we'll be limiting our options. Either we'll be going planning side, or either we'll be taking job as a BIM engineer, either we'll be taking contracts, or either we'll be going site execution or QS. Why limited to these opportunities? And I have faced a lot of resistance towards sales and marketing jobs also. But I would see, I was also the same. So I am giving my experience. I have also never shown interest towards sales and marketing. But until and unless you explore it, see, I'm not telling you go into sales and marketing if you don't have option. What you have to do is you see the sales and marketing jobs, you do research, you do the look at the various job responsibilities, whether it's Hilti, whether it's Deloitte, whether it's OYO. You see whether you fit into that job or not. If you're fitting almost like 80% of the job description, I guess 20% you have to develop yourself. So that is the best thing.
People sorry, Shekhar, I would like to interrupt here, that most of the people don't know what exactly the job role is about. So I would recommend discuss it with your mentors and professors personally, and get into the industry. Like, I really want it or not, and then make up your mind. Is it related to sales only, like off office job, or inside job, office job, sitting at one place? What exactly are your criterias? You need to justify that first.
And one more thing, I just wanted to put this option as a criteria, not criteria, as a priority. The students who want to do job can explore many opportunities, but the students who want to be an entrepreneur or who want to start something else new in the down the line 2-3 years or now, I would suggest sales and marketing is the best opportunity you can grab it. Because what I will tell you is, like, if you're not there is a quote says that every entrepreneur is a sales guy, because until unless you do sales, you cannot sell your idea. Because selling a idea by an entrepreneur always sells his idea by his heart, and employee sells his idea by mind. So there is a lot of difference. So until and unless you develop these skills in the downline 1 to 2 years, so this job I would definitely recommend. And yes, there are lots of cons also in this job, and every job will be having. And the best part of this job is you'll be earning hell lot of money. And you can research also, the most what do you say, the best profession in the general management goes for sales and marketing only. People are hired a hell lot of things.
Shekhar, there is one question from Dinesh,
Mhm.
who is saying that how would one know which stream to choose? Having limited technical knowledge, how would this institution help in filling that gap?
See, again, I would see after 10th, it's a very typical, I would say, a complicated question, because that time you would not be having a very good networking. So most of them would be going by parents' suggestion only and friends' suggestion only. So I don't think so it will anyhow matter also in future, because many of us are like, few are from technical, they are doing management jobs. So I hardly think it is a very important thing for you.
So I would like to add up to this thing, like, if you have, an industry has different verticals, or any company has different verticals, whether it be operations, whether it be project management or sales team, marketing team, then you have customer services. They have different verticals, and they have different job openings related to facility management also. And to choose, you should have an insight, or before applying anywhere, I think it is good to connect with one of the employees of that company, and that then you can apply for that job.
Yeah, that's a good point. And let's focus on this most critical point, which COVID-19 also comes into the picture, is off campus. So the people who are who got opportunities on campus also can look into this off campus also. So I would just give a brief that how do you search opportunities off campus. The first thing is like job portals. So there are only two highly recommended job portals from my side, is a Naukri.com and Indeed. So the major thing you have to do is update your profile in that. No matter it's a headline, no matter it's a CV. So you have to be completely updated. And one trick I will tell you in Naukri.com is that daily when you get up, you delete your resume and upload it again daily, so that the database in your database, the resume stands up. So this was my research, and it definitely helps me. And the second thing is like, first is job portal, second is career company career pages, like Oyo has its own, Deloitte has its own, Amazon has its own. So most of them, the MNC companies will be they like to post on their websites rather than posting on the job portals. And these opportunities only will be posted on job portals through various consultants. So I would like that you be active on the career pages also. Third is the last option, by gaining some placement agencies, placement consultants, you can say. So there are few more consultants. I can list them down later on. So you can be in touch with them. So please, guys, one thing is like, avoid paid consultants. So no one is going to take money and give you a job. So if someone is asking money, then directly say no. So I'll be sharing on this. And fourth most important thing is business networking. So there are few apps like LinkedIn, Meetup, and how to be actively on LinkedIn. So if I ask you, how many connections would you be having in your LinkedIn? This question is only to them who are totally active on LinkedIn, except Nitin Gandhi sir.
So you guys, you can use your chat window to type in your the connections and the questions he's
Oh,
asking.
yes, good, Mayank, good. Only 4-5, not less, around. It's around exact numbers. 66. Well, good. 2000, 510. Okay. Any more interesting number? Not. I don't want to say around 500. I guess 500. You will be having more Facebook friends only. So I don't think you are active on LinkedIn. 2.5K. Okay, sure. So let's start how to be an effective on LinkedIn. So the first thing is, like, as I told, make a roadmap. Okay. So how would be how you would be segregating is, like, construction is totally divided into various segments. First is like what do you say, technical companies, like site execution jobs, which include companies like L&T, Shapurji, Capacide. Like that, companies will list only 4 to 5. I will not say you go randomly searching jobs. For a network, you do in a construction companies, in a technical core jobs, you list 5 companies. Then comes your PMCs like CBRE, like JLL, and then few more companies like CQRA, then BVQI. That is another list. In this list also, you add 4-5 companies. Then comes cost consultants. In cost consultant, again, you can put CBRE, then Curian Brown, and Gleeds. Like that, you make 5 another companies. Then you go for IPCs, international property consultants. There also you can go for Knight Frank, Cushman Wakefield, CNW. Sorry, CNW is already covered. CBRE, JLL. This all comes again. Then the last classification would be Big Four companies. Big Four companies, as everyone been knowing: Deloitte, KPMG, PwC, and EY. So this is also a good start. So list almost like 20 to 50 companies in the classifications what I told. And let me just give you one example, and you can do the rest. Okay. First, as I told you that let's go to the PMC one. So first is CBRE. So search CBRE page on a LinkedIn. Okay. Then go to their profile. Then go to their people. Then there you can at least add 20 to 30 people by sending the request, which will include from MDs to CEOs to VPs to GMs and few mid level management people also, wherein people can help. So for this, if generally can tell, you can utilize at least 100 requests per day. If you will send 100 also, I can give you assurance that 40 people will accept you, and out of 40, 20 people will reply, and out of 20, I can take a minimum shot of 3, the people who will ready to help you and refer you. So if you get 3 reference, and if you have at least 30 companies, then at least you will have more than 100 references. And this really worked out for me, because before giving placements, I have gone interviews, off-campus interviews for OYO. I have gone off-campus interviews for Hilti. So this was my strategy, what I have developed into. And I was totally active on that. And if I tell you, I have around 15,000 connections on my LinkedIn. So this way you can shortlist your things. And second most thing is how to be active on LinkedIn is try to post, try to write some articles in your free time. To give an example, suppose if you have a good connections, and if I give an example, like I'm into sustainability, so I follow all the top leaders into sustainability. So that is my main focus. And then I post something about green building material. I have done some research and I have posted it. So if your follower reads that, Acha, this guy has posted this thing, and this green new material has come into this, and he has a lot of good data into that. So what people will do is they will start texting you. Where did you get this knowledge from? Where did you do this research from? Why don't you join our company? So is it not a valid reason? Yes, it is. So you can try in these things also.
Shekhar, we have more questions coming up. Can we just take them? Some of them.
Okay.
Yeah, so there is one question from Chandan, who says, why did you choose MBA in CPM rather than real estate if your interests are high in core real estate sector?
Chandan, to specifically answer that, I told you now I have a good business networks, good professionals from all over the construction industry and different industries also. So I have now a broader perspective that what I have to do. But when I was choosing MBA, I was limited to my connections. So what I was given a guidance, I have chosen that. So my dad is also into what do you say, construction industry. So he has recommended me to take a construction project management, and I have consulted his friends also. Those are into like high profiles. Few are into Reliance, few are into Tata, few are into ITD. So I have called them, and I was like interested into only QS and CPM before joining that. So I asked them. So one of my uncle who is into QS department. So see, this is an individual perspective. You do not take it personal. So I am telling my perspective. So I consulted him. So he told me rather than going into one specific course, which is quantity surveying, you take a broad perspective which covers construction project management. So in construction project management, you will be having a broader perspective. In that, QS will be also coming, valuation will be also coming. Valuation is coming nowadays, but that time we were not having. And you will be having planning, you will be having BIM. So the chances of a CPM manager getting promoted is higher. It was his perspective, and I listened to him because he was telling that he has done QS from NICMAR, and he is only limited till the being head of the QS department. So if he wants to grow further, so people are seeing some other skill sets also. So that was his recommendation, and I took it personally, and then joined CPM.
So Chandan, I would like to add to his answer that it's good to have diversified knowledge, and this technical skill will also help in enhancing what we are doing today. So if I have certain kind of knowledge and my role is in different sectors, probably sales, so my technical side is even more stronger than other people, wherein I have more opportunities and open advantage in front of me that, okay, I can crack this deal easily. So it's good to have diversified knowledge. And then, at the end, we can see a broader picture wherein we see our growth and achieve our milestones. And moving forward, we have certain questions related to one is like Nakul has asked, being in interview, how to answer queries, how to identify opportunities are equal important. Also, these are a part of theme and questions shared by people through the registration form. So basically, Nakul, to answer queries, it's important. And yes, I hope we are, justifying ourselves here. And we have listed some of the short courses that you can do with this lockdown period related to technical and non-technical things. Like you can do IGBCAP. IGBCAP is like just a 15-day program wherein you can just read, go through the content and give the exam, and it's really easy to crack, like Griha also. You can also enroll for MRICS, as already everyone in RICS is already talking about you to join, and it's really good. BIM related softwares you can do. You can, there are more certifications available on LinkedIn. Then you can do PMP. In other than technical, there are artificial intelligence, data science, IoT, and blockchain, robotics. It depends on your interest. Right, and this is one web page that RICS has opened up due to the lockdown, wherein all the trainee members can join. If I'm not wrong, Nathan sir.
Yeah, so this is available for all the people who are trainee members or APC candidates, or the member of our who have MRICS.
Yeah. So it will be a good platform to learn during this lockdown, and I hope these all certifications will add value to your CV in near future. Any other questions that we are getting? Any other different questions?
Yes, Vatsala, I've seen someone writing that can you be specific about construction industry? But I would ask the student to be more specific about what you want to know about more construction industry, because construction industry is like project management. There are a lot of things. So I would want you to be more specific. But yes, we cannot answer it now. But yes, these all questions I will address personally. Nitin sir, you can share my WhatsApp number. So I would like to address them personally.
Yeah, you can connect us
So-
on our LinkedIn. We have shared the links, and we'll be sharing. Nitin sir will be sharing this presentation with you soon.
Sure. Before you guys may leave, there's one question which I would like to, read out for you if you can answer that. It says, how do you see future opportunities as a working professional after earning a degree from RICS?
Yeah.
So while you
So-
might have already
Yeah.
covered in it, your example, if you can, talk it about it in detail.
Yeah, definitely. So Shekhar, would you like to answer first?
Yes, definitely I would like. See, being into RICS and you have got a qualified RICS degree, I would say that is a best part compared to your when you're getting into admissions. You have always been compared to NICMAR and RICS. And if you compare NICMAR, you also know it's a PGDM degree. They are not a certified body. So wherein RICS is a professional certified body which has almost like 140 plus countries. So I would suggest you take a job, and if you're like your zeal is into construction industry, you take that job. You have a work experience. You prepare for your MRICS. You prepare for CAPM. You prepare for IGBC. You prepare for PMP. Then you will have a lot of opportunities outside India. So if you can see some job opportunities in India also, and if you can see some job opportunities in UAE, they would be specifically asking RICS accredited degree. That is itself an added advantage for us. And nowadays, due to this Nitin Gandhi sir and our team, now we are growing in a huge scale. We are having a lot of alumni base, and people will be definitely helping. I would also give you an example, my personal example. Like, why do we say that NICMAR students get placed very well? Their only advantage is that they have a huge alumni base, and it's a partial factor also.
Right.
And definitely it's everyone. Like, if I'm from NICMAR and I see a student who is from NICMAR, then I would obviously give a preference to them. And similarly will happen with RICS also. If you're coming in a future with me, sir, I'm also from RICS, there will be definitely a soft corner. So these are all the two parallel ways. And the third part where your degree will add is like when you put MRICS beside your title, there it will add a value. The people who are not from NICMAR, the people who are not from RICS, they know that you are MRICS. You have definitely a certain skill set which are required for their company. MRICS will definitely add a value for you.
So adding up to Shekhar's answer, I would like to say that RICS, like there are some tangible learnings that we learn every day, like that's a bookish knowledge every professor shares and everything. But there are some intangible learnings that we gain day to day. And these may be in terms of answering, in terms of presentation, in terms of, attitude, which RICS have opened up a window for. So basically, every professor in RICS has different skill set or different attitude and different way of addressing your queries. Learning is important in either ways, tangible, intangible, and you can, so in my case, I have learned a lot from Paul sir, Nihar sir, and Gautam Pant sir specifically. Although every professor has, shared their experiences, but these are three professors that I personally relate to, because Gautam sir has given a wide variety wherein he talks about lot about your attitude and personal behavior, which is required in the industry, how you deal with the situations, how you grab the opportunity, how you take up, how everyone look up to you for, different things. Okay, so gaining confidence within the professional industry is important. And to show that confidence, okay, I am capable of doing things, you need to have certain kind of attitude, certain kind of skill set that you are going to do and you are going to achieve in that, the task has been assigned to you. So that is really important. RICS is not about just learning or bookish knowledge, it's a lot more than that. Keep exploring, keep growing, and definitely talking about these queries to on personal level would be more interactive.
And
Nitin
guys,
said that,
I just wanted to again sum it up that it's time to get serious. See, until and unless you put your hard work, no one is getting placed. It's you that you will be doing hard work. If you're doing hard work, then people will entertain you also. So if you're serious about your life and you really want to do something, always approach your teachers. As I told that if you are ready, teachers shall appear, and then we are also with you. And if you're really serious, ask us. We'll be definitely helping with your placement process, referrals, and whatever you require. So this is the main thing. So main focus is to you have to put your hard work. So we tell one quote when I always give a guidance to my students that if you cannot fly, then run. If you cannot run, then walk. If you cannot walk, then crawl. But whatever you do, you have to keep moving forward.
Yeah, right. Well said, Shekhar. Thank you, sir, for the session. I think that
Sure.
Hi everyone.
Danishman, are you here? Sir, Nihar, please continue.
Yeah. Hi everyone. Good afternoon. I've seen, I think, 101 participants who have participated in this sort of webinar session. So I think thank you, Vatsala and Chandrasekhar. I'm seeing a different version of our alumni, more matured, more transformed, because these were the students who with whom we used to interact, and there were a lot of queries from them, and now they're answering your queries. I'm very happy to see the level of transformation and maturity that they've gained in these years. And I'm really thankful to you for organizing the session in a better way, structured way, and clarifying most of the queries from the students. I think some of the queries are still there. Maybe they'll be addressed to you in an offline platform, and you can give the reply to the students.
sure.
Yes, sir, sure. That was our pleasure also.
Yeah,
I hope
and
we did justice to the session.
yeah, I think you can see. I mean, I'm amazed because we do lectures on the online platform, and the amount of chats, right, I was going through was more than the lectures that we deliver. The chats that you see on the lectures that we deliver. So that's the amount of participation, and that's the amount of probably interest that you made here. So I'm very happy for that, and I thank Nitin, Aparna, Soni, and Sling team who made it possible. So thank you very much, and thank you very much, guys. All the best. I hope these sort of discussions should continue in future, and we expect you also get transformed from the way now presently your thought processes to the thought process that your seniors like Chandrasekhar or Vatsala are having now. All the best to you all, and all the best, Chandrasekhar and Vatsala. Thank you very much.
So it was
Thank you, sir.
Thank you,
a
Nitin.
pleasure to be connected again.
Yeah, it was a nice session. Thank you.
Thank
And
you.
Thank you, Nihar.
informative one.
Nitin, I would like to speak. I'm Aparna here.
Yes,
I'm
please. Yes,
heading
Aparna.
Sling. I have not taught Shekhar and Vatsala, but having heard them for the past 1 hour, I think you guys have really matured. And I'm very happy to have such a session. Thank you, Nitin. Thank you, Shekhar, and thank you, Vatsala.
Thank you,
It was
ma'am.
awesome to have such a mature discussion around trying to help students. I especially like the way how you all shared your learning with them, that how you improved yourself. And I'm hoping that this session has set an example in front of the new Sling team that is there up in the college now. And
Yeah.
of course, I mean, we would really like to have you back with us. Thank you, Nitin, for bringing them to us. And Sling will
Sure.
definitely try and call
Thank
you
you.
back, maybe with some more sessions. May not be as serious, but we'll definitely try to gauge you all again so that you all
Yes,
can
ma'am.
engage
Definitely, we'll
students
be
further.
always happy towards RICS. We'll be working together again.
That's really very heartening for me. Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you, Nitin, for the opportunity, and thank you, Vikas and Mitali, for working hard to motivate students to join in the session. And I'm sure that the 100 number they've gained a lot. Thank you all. Thank you all for the effort.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Aparna. Thank
Nitin, sir,
you, guys.
whatever
Thank you,
questions,
everyone, for joining in. Yeah, yes. Tell me.
whatever questions are still unaddressed, you can share my WhatsApp number. I'm open to them, and I would like to definitely solve their queries by today only. So if required, I can talk to them also. That is not an issue. But still, there are few questions what we didn't address. I'm really upset about that. But yes,
So
definitely
you
I'll.
stay. So if you can stay longer, so you stay. I see that Vatsala has few calls lined up.
No,
She can leave.
even I
So
also have
people.
1:30, sir. You know,
Okay,
Oyo,
so
they
I'll
schedule anytime.
sure.
we can
I'll
plan another
capture
session
all the
if
questions and
required.
I'll share it with you guys.
Yeah, sure.
Share
Okay.
questions, and I'm open for WhatsApp also. So because I see that this session is not only limited, because if student wants to gather knowledge, if he wants to go through, then he would require more sessions of counseling from my side. So it would be never ending task. So one session is not enough. So those who are interested and those who really want to develop their placement skills, how to do off campus, on campus, we can definitely WhatsApp me. So I'm available.
So thank you, sir.
Sure,
Thank you,
I'm
Nihal sir.
sharing your
Thank you,
number
ma'am.
on the chat group.
Sure, sure. Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much and all the
Okay.
best.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you everyone for joining and
Thank
take
you.
care.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.